This is our 1979 Trillium 1300 that I just pulled back from North Dakota down to Colorado. And it's the oldest of our trailers. We also have a couple of other trailers. We have a Scamp and a Casita over there. And we're obviously planning to do some renovation, and I'll just give you a little tour of what we have to do over time. So the covering that would fit over this window is gone, but it's got a little track that we can put a new cover in. There is a regulator in the front. I did try out the gas and it runs pretty slow, and I'm guessing this looks to be original. So we would be looking at replacing the regulator. But yeah, gas does flow. The refrigerator would be behind these panels, I believe, and I'm going to tear out the refrigerator. Here's the electrical connection. I tried plugging that in, but power does not find its way into the camper, so something is not working there. That's the furnace. I was able to light the pilot light. I'll show you that inside, but the pilot light doesn't stay lit. And in the back, it's got these on either side that I don't know what these are. They almost look like they would hold a flag or something, but they're square. So if anybody knows what that is, please feel free to leave a comment. The trailer lights weren't working on the way down, so I had to buy these magnetic ones. It fell off on a bump between here and North Dakota. So that lens fell off. I still have the lens on this one, so we got to fix the lights. Yet obviously it's filthy. So we're going to be scrubbing that down, and I'll do a video of us cleaning up the exterior. Tires are in decent shape. So just as we were pulling out of North Dakota, Devil's Lake, thankfully we were only going 5 miles an hour, the door fell off. So here's the door, nothing broke. It's also in good shape. But the problem is in the inside because screws do not hold. So I'm guessing, and I got to do some research, that there is some wood behind here in this cavity, in this raised spot. And so if I can break the door apart, I think that probably shouldn't be too big of an issue, I hope. We can replace the wood in that raised part, if indeed that's what it is. If you know, please feel free to let me know. Here's the inside of the Trillium. So it's, from what I've heard, it's, I won't call it rare, but I guess it wasn't quite as usual or common to have the bathroom in this 13-foot Trillium. So there was a bathroom here. In pictures I've seen, I guess there was a portable toilet that you would stick here that we intend to replace. This shelving, thankfully, is not screwed into the Trillium. It's just wedged in here nice and tight. So we're going to take that shelving out. None of the windows are broken. We're grateful for that. The stove has been, they used caulk. Whoever the previous owners were, they caulked it in. So we're going to take that off, I believe. And I'm thinking of removing the stove and replacing it with a single burner that can be removed and just setting here when you need to camp. That will give us more counter space. And like I said, the furnace, I did light it this morning. I lit the pilot, but I have to keep this pressed in. So I'm hoping that replacing the thermocouple will, I hope I say that right, thermocoupler. I always get confused. Anyway, I'm going to replace that. I think that's a $10 fix. Here's the converter. And like I said, there's no power coming in. And I don't know how these were supposed to look when they were new, but I know this is blank. It says battery in 110. I have not found a battery anywhere in here, and I've looked in every compartment I can think of. So, but I have a feeling that's going to need to be upgraded anyway. Here's the refrigerator. It certainly looks to be original. We're going to take that out. I'm not going to have a refrigerator in here. We're just going to have a cooler. And here is the dinette and the table. I'm assuming these are original. They certainly look it. It seems to me that the table was replaced at one time, but we are not going to have a table. I'm going to make this a full-time bed. So I'll just keep this the way it is, and this will just be storage underneath. Pretty much everything in here seems to be what I would guess original equipment, so I would want to upgrade these lights. I'm gonna need to upgrade some of this wood cabinetry, or whatever, particle board, because like over here it's peeled off. But trying to think of anything else I could show you, but I think that's it. I intend to update as time goes on with what we have done or what we are doing with our Trillium. So wish us luck, and feel free to give us any suggestions in the comments below. I thought I would show you a few things about the hitch. There's some items under here that I'm not sure what they are or were. That shows my ignorance, I guess. Yeah, and I also forgot to show you the kind of the hitch area and the jack. I'm gonna replace this jack with, I think, just a clamp on and a wheel. The knob is missing on here and it turns quite stiff. And I believe I want to upgrade this to a 2-inch ball from an 1 7/8 because my other campers all have 2-inch, and so I think it'd be nice to be consistent. And I never showed you the underneath. I'm grateful that the underneath seems pretty clean. And the only thing I don't know about is the health of the axle, but the trip went very smooth from North Dakota to Colorado. That's, I can't remember the miles, but we're talking 12, 13 hours of driving, and it did great. Oh yes, and here is the floor. I will be taking this floor out and replacing it with some updated flooring too.